Hi, this is Isabelle Litzler, the place to be to develop your skills and grow your potential. So I wanted to share with you 28 portable careers because if you know me, I'm a big fan of portable careers, especially if you're an expat or someone who likes to work in different countries. You probably already found out that there's a lot of careers that are not very easy to take with you. I'm thinking about doctors. If you're a doctor in a specific country, you're only able to work there because of the certification. So throughout the years where I coach people, unfortunately, I saw a lot of people that couldn't work in their job if they moved. So I wanted to share with you careers that would help you do this, that would give you the flexibility to take the job with you wherever you go and take your business with you as well. Because when you're an independent person, if you're online and you're working online, you can do that from anywhere. And most of the jobs that I will share with you are very easy to do from anywhere. You just set yourself up as an independent online. There's a lot of websites to do that, and I'll link those below the video so that you can go and see if you want to create a profile. The most watched video I have on my channel to date, how to get a job in Switzerland in 48 hours. This is actually supporting that because if you're in Switzerland right now and you're not able to secure a job, you could be working as of right now by setting up your profile online and just working from Switzerland, except you're not linked to a Swiss company where they would ask you to have a work permit and all these things. You're just working online based in Switzerland. So there's a lot of ways to go around the issue. So sometimes people think, well, I'm living in such country, so I have to get a job there. Well, now with the internet, you could be living in any country that you wish, even the hardest ones like Switzerland to get a permit and make a living. So I'll start with the first one, the first career. Let's say you're a web developer and you have clients online booking you and you have projects with them. You can do that online, no problem. So that's why I'm trying also to give you some solutions in terms of careers where you're not stuck necessarily in a one mode where you have to live and work somewhere and find a job with a contract, etc. So I will share with you 28 portable careers that I see based in my research that I see are highly interesting. So some of them I will develop a little bit more. Some of it is a little bit redundant, so I won't get so much in detail. So number one, with no surprise, web developer. And this one I really like because it's quite popular. A lot of people want to be a web developer. It's a very highly portable career. It's very much in demand. If you have experience by starting online as an independent contractor, probably if you do some great job and you're well graded or what have you, well rated online, you can probably have a great career. So number one, web developer. Number two, graphic designer. Graphic designer is also has great opportunities, especially if you like the artistic part of it, more creative. So again, I would highly recommend graphic design. Number three, independent writing. So independent writer is someone that would also work for a company and writing maybe some articles. You know, a lot of people are bloggers as well. You'd be surprised. Some people are really, they have a blog and they start becoming famous because they talk about a specific item that people relate to. So some of these things can really start as little side activities and really become quite big. Number four, digital marketing consultant. This goes without saying. Everyone needs a marketer because if you can't sell a product, if you can market a product, you don't have a business. Number five, freelance translator. A lot of companies need translating these days, especially in different languages. So sometimes they prefer to outsource than to have someone full-time permanent. Number six, social media manager. Again, once you have the tech part done, you need to market it. You need a good social media person that's going to create some content for you, etc., and engage with the community. Number seven, virtual assistant. So I really like this one as well because not only is it portable anywhere, but it's something you can do part-time. It's something that you can pick as many clients as you want. You can pick what you do exactly in virtual assisting. It could be as little as sorting out the emails and making some phone calls, but it can be also the full-fledged virtual assisting where you do absolutely everything, including the marketing for the person. You can become almost the right arm to the individual that you work with. So I really like virtual assisting as a career. Number 8, mobile apps developer. Just like the other developer, the web developer, highly in demand. If you can set yourself up online, you can really do well, and you'll be in demand because you have a technicity that not many people have, and those things can really be make you very successful. Number 9, consultant for referencing online. So a lot of companies, they don't know how to do that. They have a site, but they don't know how to promote it online to be ranked number one would be difficult, but to be ranked at least in the first page of Google. So if you're someone, but a lot of people will say they can put you in the first page of Google, but if you're someone who actually can do it for real and you do it, without using any tricks or you're not trying to double up on Google, but you're just trying to be honest, I think you will have a lot of clients. Number 10, online marketing specialist. Marketing, as I just said, is huge. So same as before when I talked about marketing. But the strategist, again, those positions, it depends how you market yourself. Are you more of a strategist? Are you more of a engagement with a community person? Are you more of a online referencing person? So all that are different parts of marketing online. Number 11, online life coach. I would say any kind of coaching online has really bloomed in the last years. And the reason, in my view, is that people are very isolated these days. Everyone is behind their phone. Family is not what it used to be. So I think people they have blockages. They have issues that need to be solved. And because they have no one to turn to, they need to find people who have experience in dealing with the particular issue that they have, someone maybe who has experienced the same thing and found a solution to it, or someone who would be able to give them a good advice and find a way out of their issues. So coaching in general is very popular, but you need to find a niche. If you're just a regular coach selling coaches, it's not going to work. You need to find a niche. What are you coaching about? What kind of problems are you solving for the person? So this is something, again, great online, international, portable career, but you need to know what you're solving. Number 12, a freelance photographer. Photography is always very popular. People would love to have photos of themselves for their social media, Instagram, etc. So in the days, you would need a photographer when you were married, maybe for childbirth, etc. But now people need photography for their online businesses, because more and more companies are using social media to sell. So that means you also need to have photos of you and portraits, etc. So it's quite popular. If you can do a package maybe for people who have businesses and all kinds of photos, maybe doing different things with their businesses, and they can use that for their online strategy. Number 13, UX graphic designer. So it's very technical, but what it means is basically someone who's working on the user experience. So once the developer does the technical part, you need someone who can do maybe the more creative side of it. How you browse the website. Is it convenient? Is it fast? Because that's going to make the difference between a website that has a lot of users and a website that no one wants to look at it because it's too complicated. Number 14, technical writer. This is, in my view, a little bit more longer term potential than just being a regular writer, because when you have artificial intelligence that starts doing the writing, just like ChatGPT is amazing. And really, I've tried it today with something and it's just completely left me. It's just amazing what it can do. So this is very scary for people who do professional writing. But if you're technical in your writing, very particular, then I would say keep that up, because where artificial intelligence would be able to do the general writing, if you're very technical and you can write for specific audiences, then you would still be needed. Number 15, database analyst. So companies, of course, they need people who can analyze data. Again, it's the same thing I said before. Don't become a generalist, but become more of a specialist. What kind of data can you analyze? And maybe you can do something else than analyzing the data, but maybe interpreting the data and being able to maybe write about what you found in your research. So again, think about those portable careers as, what can I build? What can I bring more to just being a regular analyst or a regular community manager or marketing specialist? What else could I do extra to be different from the other people? Number 16, online course builder. So if you were someone who's very good at creating programs, maybe you're already creating programs right now, but you're doing it in a school. So maybe you can do that online for a company that wants to take their courses online, because now, since COVID, but even before COVID, there was a lot of companies were built offering training online. So this is your time also to be part of that. Number 17, community manager. So I won't get into it because it's very linked to social media, marketing, etc. E-commerce consultant. So a lot of companies are selling products and they need someone who can help them. The number one thing if you sell products online is how people can find you, to cut it short. So you need strategists who are going to help you with your marketing so that you can be found quickly and people can click and buy quickly, etc. Number 19, proofreader. So proofreading, it's a little bit like writing. If you're specialized in something very technical and you can proofread that, great for you. Again, make sure you're specialized in something. Number 20, marketing automation specialist. Anything you can do to save money or time for your client, company or client. So if you can save them time, that's going to be a huge selling point in your business. So you're both a specialist and you can save people time, you're going to be very successful. So maybe you can think about, this is food for thought while you're listening to this video. Maybe you can think about, what am I good at in terms of specialty based on all my years of experience, and what can I do faster maybe for someone who would purchase my services. So those two combined would be a great selling point. Number 11, e-commerce developer. So again, I won't get into it, but it's basically developing ideas on platforms to sell, to help companies sell more. And it could be something linked also to the paying process. Number 22, independent fashion designer. So anything that's creative is going to be hard to copy for the artificial intelligence, because as much as they can maybe summarize things, listen to a voice and put out something, summarize an article, etc., it's going to be hard to bring that creativity aspect. So for fashion, it's still something that's highly creative. And if you look at the fashion industry right now, all the brands that are doing the same thing more or less, and mid-range, etc., they're all going out of business. And the ones that are staying are either the really cheap ones, but we get to the point where I don't think you can do cheaper at this stage, because it's really almost, and I'm thinking about a company called Temu, I don't know how to pronounce it, where they manage to do things almost free, which is always amazing. But then you always have the high-end type of businesses, like Chanel or Dior or Hermes. They still are out there because they can provide this really high quality, very creative. If you look at their designs and how they produce their product, it's highly it's their brand, it's their culture, and they can do something extremely specific. So Again, fashion design, I think if you can do something that no one else can copy or is very hard to copy, that's a huge win. Number 23, email marketing specialist. Well, I would put that also a little bit with virtual assistant. It can be together if you're very good at email marketing. I know there's a lot of tools now where you can automate the marketing process with email. So if you're a virtual assistant and you know a little bit about that, again, more power to you. Number 24, user experience expert. So again, it's a little bit of that UX expert. I would rank that with the digital online jobs. Number 25, travel blogger. So blogging, writing, again, if you're very good at what you do, you have an expertise, maybe you travel the world and you have so much to tell, you can start your blog. And a lot of people just started very simply with one blog, one theme. Again, when you start any type of activity, think simple. Don't think necessarily about being the person that's going to reinvent the wheel. Most people that are famous now in terms of blogging or writing, they started with one thing and they did that very well and they were very consistent in it. So travel blogging is definitely a plus. Number 26, independent financial analyst. So someone who can look at financial data and be able to make sense of it to help clients make decisions. So it's the analyst is still there, and there's a big need for that. But just as I said before, make sure that you're specialist, because analyst by itself is again, artificial intelligence can do that already. 27, online trainer. So it's a little bit like putting out courses, but here you're actually training people online. So you have sessions where you do distance training with individuals. And this is a great way, usually with online training, to get engagement. And maybe you do a bit of both. You have a course, but you also do some sessions online. 28, independent video games developer. So with gaming, I don't know if it's just me, but I just think that gaming is becoming really big now. I see a lot of video games, and with YouTube, a lot of people talk about this topic. So again, I think that it's going with the fact that people are living more and more in the digital world more than in the real world. So they find it more interesting. Again, I'm just trying to make sense of it, but it seems like people are finding it more interesting to be online and playing online with computers than to actually live an experience with people around them. So I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just I would say I just noted that it's we're living more and more online. So if you're someone who's very good with video gaming, and you would like to take that to more of a professional end, and I think that's a great idea. And this would be part of a job that you could take online and work from anywhere. So again, these were the 28 portable jobs. This was an article that I found, and I would encourage anyone to start a solo business or a gig, whatever you want to call it. Register on a solopreneur website or independent website, because I think that the world is becoming more and more complicated. Getting a job with a company can be in and out type of experience, where you have a job until you don't have a job. So it's creating some career instability, also with the personal factor, where you could be at some point called to go abroad because you're following a partner, or because you have maybe a job opportunity that doesn't last. So it's almost like nowadays you have to be in that mindset where maybe you have a permanent job for a while, and then the fact that you have a portable position or business or whatever you want to call it, it's something that you can have for yourself that can be complementary to your life. So you never know what tomorrow brings. So having maybe something like that, it can be also interesting for you intellectually. So if you have a job that maybe is not so exciting, but you can't really change now and it's complicated, having this as a breath of fresh air, maybe if you start a travel blog, or some of the things that I mentioned in this in this presentation, then maybe you can pick one and say, okay, I'm going to register on one of the online freelancers and see what happens. The great thing with the online freelancing websites I will share with you is that you don't have to promote yourself with your own website. The freelance platform would do the commercial for you to promote it and make sure that people find it. So all you have to worry about now is delivering the service when people contact you, which is always a little bit easier. Now the trade-off is that you have to give a part of your project income to the platform. But having been myself online for a long time, I would say at this stage, it's not a bad thing to also be referenced via a platform where people can find you easy and they can contract with you easy. I think a little bit of both would be helpful. So again, I'll make sure to share with you the platforms below. What's going to make the difference is also how you put your profile out there to make sure that people want to click on your profile rather than on somebody else. So I hope this was helpful. As usual, feel free to contact me, to message, and to leave a comment.